but Vamp has no armor, so he's able to collect the yellow. But that's going to leave a pretty easy red for Rafa. He can defend from a distance, does hit a pair of rails now, and Vamp is killable with one more shot. He's going to have to duck back to what little resources are on this side of the map. That just happens to be some shards in this 25. So, yeah, Vamp is pretty much crippled.
Yeah, you can see that Vampire wants the railgun to be his saving grace here, but really closing the distance is going to be probably the best bet for him. I mean, as we've seen the kind of long-range fights, or not. I mean, Rafa actually going aggressive here, rocket jumping back up to mid-platform. We'll be taking down Vampire, making it 3-1 with 1.5 minutes left, but we've already seen that the long-range fights, I mean, it's traded off so severely, and Rafa having the better stack in those cases, I mean, just comes out on top every single time.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a given. You know, Rafa knew that he controlled the map for so long. He knew that Vamp had really not even, I think, the yellow to work with. So just leaving him with some shards and full health, it was a sure bet. So 4-1. Low scoring game here on Dismemberment, but you know, Rafa just very methodically getting the win.
Now, do we know what maps are coming up next year? I'm wondering how much of a difference that can make.
I'm not sure if we got a chance to see what they were.
But yeah, I think Vampire right now, I mean, I think he's throwing in, if not the towel, then everything he's got. Just might as well, all right, 20 seconds left, might as well throw in a little bit of a flare there. But we actually saw Rafa take some damage there, not quite to the point where he was going to be mortally wounded, but Vampire had something coming out there, but too little, too late. It's not going to be enough to really shut him down. But once again, I mean, Rafa is ready for him at the jump pad, and that jump pad is going to be a grave for Vampire.
So that'll do it for map 1. Rafa wins Dismemberment, and let's see where we head off to next. Now, even though we've been running a couple of advertisements, I just want to say for a minute a couple of thank yous as we wait for the map switch. Id Software, first of all, for making Quake Live, which is a free game. You can download it at quakelive.com. Check it out, guys. If you want to play this game, you can download it right now. But just stay watching the stream, because you're going to see some really incredible games throughout the day. Furious Heights is our next up. I want to say thank you to the ESL admins who have been running a fantastic tournament for the last 3 months. Basically, we did Open Cup, regular Cup qualifiers, group stage qualifiers. I mean, really, everything has gone really smoothly, so just a big thanks to those guys. I'll call them out by name as we get later on in the day. But right now we have 0 downtime as Rafa has hit F3. It's time for a little bit of Furious Heights action. Vampire versus Rafa. Now this is probably going to be Vamp's pick. He's pretty solid here, but Rafa seems to defy logic with some of the shots and kills he's able to get on this. He's able to defend himself quite well on this map. So we're seeing in this opener, Rafa with Mega. Only a lightning gun. It's gonna double back for I'm guessing a rocket launcher right now. But he's gonna look at that. Vamp is down low. I wonder if he has realized that Rafa does not yet have a rocket launcher. This is actually
I would have expected him to pick it up at least. Well, maybe anticipating the move over to Mega, but Vampire is going to be able to get the pick here, so he's currently strong stack. But once again, just like the last map, where are we going to see Vampire find a way to get close to Rafa to really make the hurt get turned on?
But that's the thing, is that he can't. Because look at how Rafa's playing this, right? Yeah. He's playing it so that, he takes a little bit of damage here and there. He'll peek in to get timing on items and stuff like that. This is the first instance where Rafa really put himself in a bit of danger. But, oh my goodness, he whiffs the rail. That would not have killed his opponent, but definitely would have
and actually, that fight right there broke out just because Vampire had a little bit of maybe a timing error. I mean, he came into red a little bit late. He was already looking for a fight back at the Mega side of the map when he suddenly realized, oh shit, need to be back at red right now, and that led into kind of a close-range LG fight. Beautiful pop-up there. Rafa is not going to be taking anything on the response, though. as Vampire still looking for a way back in. He's got Rafa down below at yellow armor, going to try to catch him coming back out of the teleporter. Now, the advantage to that is that he's been able to keep his back to Mega for a while. Maybe not long enough to completely shut Rafa out of the fight, but he's definitely got a bit of an advantage here. But that's going to be an advantage lost soon if he doesn't get some higher ground right here, right now. But even with the pickup of Mega, he's going to end up having to chase Rafa into red, which is never an ideal situation to begin with.
Oh, he lets him go.
Now he's railable.
Yeah, 8 health Rafa has been dancing with for the past 25 seconds or so. Finally picked up a 25 up to 33. Vamp not much better off, but unable to finish the deal. And that actually would have been a pretty critical kill, because now he has to deal. He'll be very weak. He'll have about 5 health if he gets hit by yet another rail from Rafa. Vamp needing to get this Mega cleanly, and he gets away. So we see a trade between Red and Mega. 50 more armor to Rafa's stack added, and Vamp will have nothing but the Mega health to work with, because this armor is gone. It will be gone for another 15 seconds. Rafa gonna hang out just above Red, keeping high ground, and ready to drop in right about now. There it is. Vamp still hiding out. So losing timing on everything, losing control on everything.
Well, he's still got a very good stack here, but losing out on the timing from Mega is not going to be helping him out here, and he's going to be a sitting duck at red armor. He can fend off with a couple of rails here, but the major issue is his positioning, timing, and the fact that he's sitting right on the red armor spawn.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. He lost all the timing.
Well, the thing about that was that just the fact that he was willing to sit right on the pad itself, not just circle around, not just control the area, but sitting right on the red, it kind of belied how maybe nervous he's getting here. Maybe he's getting a little bit frustrated and a little bit shaken up, and that kind of mental error is going to cost him severely. Now, hopefully, after being fragged, hopefully that'll be a little bit of release so Vampire can kind of recollect himself here. I mean, for all of these plays, it's only a 2-frag game, 1 to -1 here, with still plenty of time left on the map. If Vampire can kind of recollect himself, go, okay, I'm nowhere near in control, I don't have timing, but I need to find Rafa, I need to get these long-range pot shots off. Now that could turn into a similar situation that we saw last map, but this is actually a good thing for Vampire, not being in control, ironically enough.
Well, actually, let's talk a little bit about something here, because at the start of the map, Vampire got the upper hand in terms of items and weapons and things like that. How did Rafa play it? Well, he showed up periodically, right? He put himself in harm's way, but it was more a matter of trying to do a little bit of chip damage and then also trying to keep track of when items were going to be spawning on the second cycle. And then advance that, for 4 minutes, right? You've got Rafa in control, Vamp gets knocked out. Well, how does he play it? He basically runs and hides in the darkest corner he can find. Doesn't get any information. Loses timing on every single item. And since then, we've seen Rafa absolutely dominate. Vamp is having to rely on defensive rockets to just stay alive. Rafa, again, about to make another cycle between Red, Mega, and now this yellow armor. So Vamp will have, 61 armor to his name. So, that's a difference in style and choices made between these two players that, to me, make the scoreline very obvious as to what it is.
Absolutely, and Rafa now might be turning up the heat here, trying to push in on Vampire just to get a bit more damage done. That last rocket is going to be a secure one for Rafa, but it was preceded by a rail that honestly could have given Vampire an exit there, but going back across the bridge there, maybe not the best decision, and with the rocket like that from Rafa, who can blame him? But 4 minutes, 20 seconds left here. Now we're going to see a bit of a grab here. Oh, it's going to be going back for the Mega, but that could secure his own doom here. Rafa whipping the rail, but he's able to get back over to red armor very, very cleanly. No response from Vampire, no retaliation. Almost a bit of an ambush there at the corner, but no real damage done.
Yeah, and again, like Rafa, I think has gotten lucky in some cases where Vamp's spam has just whiffed past him. On the other hand, that's something that I think Vamp, looking at the demos, will probably say, wow, I was actually really close to hitting him, but I wasn't quite, right? So a lot of times you'll see, one thing I love about Rafa's movement, everything about him is very methodical and tactical. So you'll see even as he crosses a map, he'll stop for like just a step, like that right there. He'll stop for just a step to listen to see if he hears a rocket shot, making sure that he can dodge the spam. So he doesn't expose himself. Most players would have, popped out a little bit too far, eaten some damage, tipped off where they were, stuff like that. So really just a great head game by Rafa so far. Everything about his game looks pretty solid. Of course, I want to see how Rafa plays. His group is it's pretty much Vamp, Dehang, Rafa, and Zeal, aka Jovire. So I think most people would contend that Dehang normally would be his greatest threat in this group. On the other hand, Dehang has been off a step. I think everyone would agree.
Yes.
Despite being the reigning champion, who won Season 4 Intel Extreme Masters American Championships last year in Edmonton, Dehang has not really been in the form he needs to be. And Rafa has maintained. Of course, he got knocked out by Sturmy down to the lower bracket at QuakeCon, and then again knocked out, I believe it was by Cooler. Or no, was it Cypher?
Yeah, we don't need to dwell on the fact that no Americans made it to QuakeCon finals. But yeah, Dehang, while looking a little bit weaker, I mean, last year it was kind of the same story. It was the year of Rafa. Rafa was just taking titles left and right, and it was finally Dehang who brought him back down to a humble level at the American Championships. And here we are again, 1 year later, give or take. We might see a repeat performance, but, I mean, everything's on the line. Dehang has such a huge amount of bragging rights to kind of shore up here and kind of bring back to the table. That's why I wanted to see how he fared against Zeal, just to kind of see what kind of shape he was in. But we can obviously see here what kind of shape Rafa's in. I mean, what can I say? This is Rafa. I mean, he's a machine. He is... Probably the best thing about Rafa is just his sheer consistency. You can say what you will about aim, you can say what you will about map play, but being consistent this way has given him so much over the years.
Yeah. Well, and even though he had a defeat at QuakeCon, I think Rafa got a little bit of a... let's see, I know that he won Big Bang just before QuakeCon, and then... trying to remember what the results for... Yeah, there we go, yeah. At Gamescom, he was beaten by Kilson. Right, so that was... that was a pretty hectic, insane matchup for him. And so I think Rafa, like you're saying, there's this sort of return to a sense of humility here and having to be not walking into these things as a sure thing, which I don't think Rafa really ever did, but I think just mentally, it's no longer that he's defending a streak of 4 or 5 world championships and things like that. It's, he's trying to contend just like everyone else. And this, of course, seeing Rafa in this kind of shape, this is why I wanted to watch this match, folks. Yeah. So I'm loving it. We're going to see if we happen to have some more coverage of Dehang and Zeal, if that's still going on. So we're actually going to wrap this one up really quickly. 9-2 is the final score. Rafa will take home a beautiful set of points for his group. Yeah, we're going to go take a look and see if we got some Dehang and Zeal action still going on. Let's check that out real quick.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty. Yes, Dehang is winning by 7 to -2. I'm going to hop over to Dehang's point of view as he picks up frag number 8. We are again on Furious Heights, otherwise known as T7 for us old schooler. Can you even say that they were old school Quake Live players? I guess not. Either way. No. Alright, so 47% railgun accuracy for Dehang, 30 LG. Of course, this is arguably Dehang's best map. So he's got to feel pretty comfortable here. I'm going to peek at the actual in-game scoreboard in just a second. So I want to see what map this is. Here we go. Yeah, we are tied for maps, folks. So we will be seeing a tiebreaker between these two guys. Yes.
Wow.
And that is a beautiful thing. Jahar, if you can IRC real quick and find out what that first map was. Oh, no, this is the tiebreaker. Excuse me. My bad. My brain is... Yeah, but if we can find out what those maps are.
Sure. I mean, right now we're looking at 10 to -2 with 2 minutes left on the board. I think this map is said and done, but Dehang losing a map there to Zeal,
Yeah.
that's interesting. Let me go find out.
Well,